Hello, welcome to Study Circle. Today we are going to read Class 8th Standard Geography, Chapter 1 Resources. In this chapter, we will try to know what is resources. Anything that can be used to satisfy the need is a resource. What makes a thing resource? Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. Example includes water, textbook, etc. Some resources have economic value, while some do not. Example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not, but both satisfying human needs, so these are considered as resources. Some resources can be economically valuable with time. For example, grandmother's home remedies are not economically valuable today, but if they are patented and sold by a medical firm, tomorrow they could become economically valuable. Important factors that can change substances into resources, that is, time and technology. People themselves are most important resource, their ideas, knowledge, invention, and discoveries that lead to the creation of more resources. Each invention leads to many others. Example, the discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking and other processes, while the invention of wheel ultimately resulted in development of newer modes of transport. Now the types of resources. There are three types of resources, that is natural, human-made, human. Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. For example, air, water, soil, mineral, etc. The resources which are created from natural resources through human resources are known as human-made resources. For example, buildings, bridges, road, etc. People are human resources. It refers to the quantity and abilities of the people. Human resources refers to the number, that is quantity and abilities, mental and physical of the people. Though there are differing views regarding treatment of humans as a resource, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skill of humans that help in transferring the physical material into valuable resource. Natural resources. Many of the natural resources are free gifts of nature. These can be used directly, but in some cases we have to use tools and technology may be needed to use natural resources to utilize it in best possible way. Natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, origin or stock distribution. On the basis of their development and use, resources can be classified into two groups, that is actual resources and potential resources. Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. These resources are being used in the present. For example, the dark soils of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra. Potential resources, those resources whose entire quantity may not be known and these are not being used at present. This is due to the present level of technology is not advanced enough to easily utilize these resources. For example, the uranium found in Ladakh is a potential resource that could be used in the future. Based on the origin, the resources can be classified into two groups, that is abiotic resources and biotic resources. Abiotic resources are non-living resources, for example, soil, water, rock, etc. Biotic resources are living sources. Example includes plants, animals, humans. On the basis of stock, resources can be classified into two, that is renewable resources, those which get renewed or replenished quickly. For example, solar energy, soil, forest, etc. Some of these are unlimited and are not affected by human activities such as solar or wind energy, while careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, and forest can affect their stock. Non-renewable resources, those which have a limited stock, for example coal, petroleum, etc. Once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. Therefore, they are considered as non-renewable resources. On the basis of their distribution resources, the resources can be categorized into two types, ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous are those resources that found everywhere, like the air we breathe are ubiquitous. For example, air, water, etc. Localized are resources that are found in only certain places are localized. For example, copper, iron ore, etc. The distribution of resources is unequal over Earth and depends upon a number of physical factors like terrain, climate, and altitude. Human-made resources. Natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. Technology is also a human-made resources. Human resources. People use the nature of the best possible way using their knowledge, skill and technology. Therefore, they are considered as human resources. Education and health may help in making people in valuable resources. Improving the quality of people's skill so that they are able to create more resources is known as resource development. Conserving resources. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Sustainable development is the development meets the needs of present and also conserve them for the future. Principles of sustainable development. Respect and care for all forms of life. Improve the quality of human life. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. Change personal attitude and practices towards the environment. Enable communities to care for their own environment. It's our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. The damage to natural environmental system is minimized. The important glossary of this chapter is that patent, it means the exclusive right over any idea or invention. Technology, it is the application of latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. Stock of resource, it is the amount of resource available for use. Sustainable development, carefully utilizing resources so that beside meeting the requirements of the present, it also takes care of future generation. So this is the whole summary of this chapter. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.